Hi everyone and welcome back to the August Warno Tournament from SD League. Today we have our second game between Silver and Meddi. Today Silver is on the left in blue playing as the 8th Infantry Division. And on the right we have Meddi playing as the Territorial Commando Sud. So we can see plenty of Jäger Aufkul pushing up really far forward, including some FS Jäger just down there. See some Stinger and plenty of Jäger Aufkul coming in from Silver as well. Up at the top, bit of a mixed picture. Slightly more going this way for Meddi, I think. Quite a bit of anti-air there as well. Equally, we're seeing these two Eyehawks from Silver again. He had one here and one here when he was on the other side of the map, and it looks like he's planning to possibly do the same here. It was actually really effective to just have one at each side of the center like that. It caught a lot of planes that were coming over. So we have some early combat going on down here in Alpha, which is where we usually expect to see it. These FS Jäger engaged with all of these Jäger Aufkul. There are a lot of Jäger Aufkul here. There are some Sicherungs and Pioneer Flams coming in. I hope Meddi gets those into these buildings fairly quickly, as his other troops are massively overwhelmed. Bradley is also providing some very good fire support. Expensive now, the Bradleys at 100 points each, but still extremely effective with those autocannons and their TOW missile launchers. Command vehicles being called in for Delta, one already arriving for Bravo there by the looks of it. Equally, command infantry called in up here for Meddi, and a command vehicle down here. I assume that's for Hotel and Foxtrot. No one calling in commands yet, I don't think, for the center points. Plenty of Stingers coming in for Silver, alongside those Eyehawks in the middle. The Eyehawks, yes, getting shots off on those HE bombers that were coming in there. Good shout from Meddi, though, has managed to drop plenty of bombs on those buildings in the middle. Fairly damaged, some of these forces, not all of them, though. Sicherungs now in, along with these Pioneer Flams, the Hand Flam Patron, obviously very powerful. Waiting to see more units being called in. I feel like, at the moment, Meddi is slightly overwhelmed in this bottom point. Meddi did certainly send a few more units to the top point. Command infantry being dropped off there. Command there. Slight advantage for Silver Garou because he did get a few points early, but I mean 21 points is negligible. Command coming in for the bottom point now for Meddi. No commands coming in for Silver. Silver concentrating on bringing in some units. He is bringing in Cobras. He did very well with those choppers last game. So hopefully we will see a repeat of that for him, because he was doing a really good job. Equally, plenty of air defense here. There's Eyehawks and there is a Roland 2 there. And up here we can see there is a Bofors. Very little up here, and now this is interesting. So obviously Meddi has realized that Silver has a lot of units down here. He spent a lot of his points basically on filling that point with units, the Bradleys and everything else. So he is actually attempting to make a push at the top here. The Jäger Aufkul getting pinned down by that Bradley. The Jäger Aufkul are being pushed up towards these buildings to try and cut off the Heimatsuchen, and the M40A1 will cause issues for that Cannon Jagdpanzer probably. Cannon Jagdpanzer is engaging it. I do notice there are some Aufklärer just pushing around the back there. I don't think they've been seen. They were dropped off by the little vehicle, and the vehicle is just staying there for Meddi. Jäger down here, and some Aufklärer just hanging around the back. They could certainly come in around the back, but I feel like right now Silver has a massively overwhelming force in this point. Hot 2s coming in there. This is probably to deal with the Bradleys. The Bradleys obviously causing a lot of issues for Meddi. As I say, very good units. Aeromobiles coming in there. The little push from Meddi at the top has been fought off. He's lost that squad there. The Heimatsuchen is pulling back. That is hidden, I believe, so it's quite happy to stay there at the moment. Anti-air jet coming over, going for those Cobras. Will take a lot of fire, and it is dead. He did manage to kill one of the Cobras, though, but there's an expensive loss of a jet. 2 more Cobras being called in immediately, and that chopper is equally being taken out. That side was that one of the Gazelle Hots, I believe. So a couple of Gazelle cannons coming in as well. Really, really good positioning on air defense from Silver in both of these games. HE Bomber coming in there, going for these buildings here, I assume. Missed the Jaeger. These Stingers being pushed right up at the front. Going straight for these cannons. One dead. They're quite weak, these things, so a single Stinger hit will do the kill. Yeah. Gazelle's just nowhere near as good, unfortunately, as those Cobras. Aeromobile's pushing in around the top here in a Super Puma. There are lots of engineers flash just sat here, and some military police. I don't know if that's for defense or if they were planning to go in there at some point. More engineers dragon being called in there. It's like, I think Silver is building up an attacking force behind the lines that he hopes wasn't going to be seen. Obviously, there's aeromobiles coming in now. Has he noticed these? He's deployed those forces, so he might have noticed them. Down here at the bottom, still some combat going on. +2 currently to Silver. No one with a command in the top there. Or is that command just sat back waiting to come in here for Meddi? But Silver doing a very good job at holding on to this point and keeping Meddi out of it currently. Those Pumas, or those aeromobiles in the Puma, still moving around. The Cobras being rushed across to deal with that mess. I kind of wish he had moved his command vehicle. Though he should be under enough fire that, yeah, that should be stunned and unable to engage, I would hope. Yeah, there we go. Very, very quick job. Cobras, crazy good. Once again, we're seeing a supply cache in the middle of the map for his Cobras. Really good idea from Silver there. Silver utilizing the strategies he was using in the previous match to good effect because they worked then and they are working again. Still a little bit of a bonus there for Silver, 260 and counting, but it's not the be-all and end-all of the game. I mean, a couple of 100 points can easily be made up. There is some pushing going on now from Meddi. So in the meantime, obviously, Silver has pumped quite a few resources into bringing in reinforcements up here. Has spent a lot on these Cobras. He does have a command here as well, which is moving into this point. Oh, Meddi has moved his command into this corner. Obviously, at the moment, I think the issue is probably that Meddi has probably spent more on pushing this point now than Silver has defending it to some extent. It's about these Cobras, really, and how much they can do. Yeah, Cobras instantly melting everything. I mean, do we even need to watch that? Cobras are just, yeah, choppers, so powerful. As long as you get the right ones. The Gazelle's not so good. Get taken out in one hit, but the Cobras, you know, a lot more health, a lot more damage output. Cannon Jagdpanzer very close to those Zishrungs, but the Zishrungs can't really hurt it because they don't have any anti-tank. Hot 2 there going for that Cannon Jagdpanzer. Got the hit, got the kill. But he has lost his anti-air that was here, his 2 Stingers. Loads of Milans coming in there. Interesting. How much do those cost now? 35 points. They're pretty cheap, actually, aren't they? Lots of Tampellas coming in there. Oh, infantry command at the top there to stop the point count for Silver. Well, there's Alf Clara still hanging around the back there. Though there are some Rangers in defending that CV now. This is good. I'd say it's a good pushing force. There's not a lot of infantry there, that said. So Heimatsuchen and stuff, but not a lot of infantry. Cannon Jagdpanzers. A few more squads of Heimatsuchen down here, actually. Obviously, the command has been lost in there, so points ticking up again for Silver. Up here, Silver holding the line, but AMX-10 doing a good job there. Managed to kill the Bradley. May or may not kill that tank. or the tank. Yeah, the M60 is firing at Heimatsuchim, but the AMX-10 is firing at the M60. It missed that shot. I'm surprised. Oh, they're both firing at the Heimatsuchim. Oh, yeah, I was going to say. Tampella's firing on that front line there. Has managed to scare the command into moving. AMX-10, very nice tank. Haven't seen it used a lot as yet, so it's nice to see it out in the field. Good build-up of forces down here for Meddi, looking to push in this way rather than just hit against the front line. So it's good positioning. Supplies running out here for those Cobras. This Cobra is still in play, but it is out of rockets. That definitely needs a rearm and resupply. I wonder if Silver's just left it there as a scare tactic. He's pulling it back now to rearm it. And these ones are taking off to come back here. That could be it. He could have just left it there to be a deterrent. Roland 2 still there. Some Bofors coming in here and here. Not a lot of aircraft being used by Silver in this one. Mostly Meddi bringing in aircraft. Silver relying more on his choppers. Well, the command was destroyed at the top. Yeah, so Silver lost his command up there. Command brought in this corner, but there's lots of Rangers pushing out for Silver here. Engaging. Oh, bombing strike. HE bombers are right on top of those Rangers. That is a nice strike. Gotta give him credit where credit is due. Nice strike. Mech rifles coming in here, but they're going to be engaged by these troops. Oh, he's moved them so they don't open fire. I don't think he wants to give the game away that they're there. Oh, anti-air jets coming in for those choppers. Both Cobras dead. Obviously operating outside of the 2 IHawk zone. Only one of them could fire. Alpha Jet HE coming in there. Has been destroyed. Did drop its bombs though. Did a bit of damage maybe. The HE bomber coming in there as well. Did that fire? I don't think that dropped its bombs. And it's dead. I don't think that dropped anything. I don't think it went for a chopper either. So the 2 choppers there were dead already, and that one's still rearming. One of those squads has been killed though, the recon squad. The Alf Clara that were there, there's still the Alf Clara up here. Meddi moving in more here as well. Currently +2 to Meddi because he killed the CV up here. There is another CV lingering around the back there. M60 being used to good effect here. Mech rifles being pushed up this way. Silver Garou trying to get in from multiple directions in his defense, which isn't a bad idea. It's going to distract to some extent at least. Oh, bombs coming in there. Did he kill his own forces there? He lost a squad of infantry. I don't know if he killed his own troops or if they just died. Cannon Jagdpanzers here. Oh, wow. Those mech rifles did die. I'm surprised it took so much damage. Was that from... It might be from the Cannon Jagdpanzers. Oh, wow. Cannon Jagdpanzers absolutely melted them. Wow. I'm kind of in complete shock that the Cannon Jagdpanzers just melted those infantry so quickly. Remind me, do they have heat guns? Does it say kinetic? I thought they were just normal kinetic rounds, but they did a lot of damage to those infantry. Maybe it was the MG... I don't know. That's weird. I wasn't expecting them to do so much damage to the infantry. Meddi putting up a bit of a fight up here as well now, keeping the pressure on. has killed the command again with a jet. But his push here has been stopped, but he's still in the point with his commander. So there are more reinforcements coming in here for Silver, including another Eyehawk. There's a very distinctive line appearing on the map for both players. Ah, that other squad are finally dead now. Cobra must have got them. Lots of Hamatsuchin coming in here. So it seems to me like at the top now, Meddi does seem to have the upper hand. At the bottom, it's still Silver that has the upper hand, but Meddi has enough in this corner to possibly hold. I still can't believe those cannon Jagdpanzers did that much damage to the infantry. I mean, tanks do kill infantry to a degree, but that just seemed above and beyond what I expected. It was the speed of it. That's what really got me there. HE bomber coming in at the top there. Dropped on that building for the Jäger Aufkul, has forced them to retreat. Mobiles coming around the back here. This could be an attempt to swing around to destroy the CV and Bravo. Another command coming in here. This command, obviously, the intention would be to get into this point. Notice these Avklara are pushing up now, so they might try and kill that CV as it comes past. 22 minutes to go in this game. And for a long time, it looked like Silver just was holding and had the slight upper hand. But, yeah, there you go. The command was killed by the Avklara. The mech rifles are being killed by the Avklara. Yeah, so the Avklara have done their job. Aeromobiles being pushed in up there now. Aeromobiles also being pushed in at the bottom here. I think they're just waiting. But he's going to go for that CV again. I think this is going to be an attempt to get around the back and get this CV too. And this could be the turnaround point for Meddi. He's managed to now take the majority of the top point and managed to get his forces across here. Still struggling a bit here against all of these military police and mech rifles. Cannon Jagdpanzer is almost dead. That one's still full health. Back here, Milan is okay. Bofors is fine. These are all okay here. Here we go. So our mobiles have been deployed, are engaging the Rangers. Of Clara, we're engaging the Engineer's Dragon there. Stinger's being called in here. Who's winning this fight? Probably the Aeromobiles will, because there's so many more of them. AMX-10 is also firing in support. Aeromobiles here also moving in. So yeah, that CV is dead. Eyehawk there. Oh, that is dead. Still some very good air defense from Silver. Cannot fault his air defense. And knowing that there's been more bombers at this side and stuff, he even brought in the Eyehawk down here. And he always makes sure the Eyehawk has supply, so cannot fault his air defense at all. Cannon Jagdpanzers here. Really, I'm watching for how much damage they're doing to this front line. It must be the machine gun that is doing the majority of the damage when they were up close here. Because now that they're firing at range, they don't seem to do as much. I don't know. That was a weird one. It must be the machine guns. But the machine guns were toned down so that they didn't kill like that. I'm baffled, to be honest. Baffled. I don't know if there's been another change that I've missed and then my machine gun's overly powerful again. Again, good position on the Eyehawk. Took out that bomber. Aeromobiles being pushed across here. The Eyehawk should see them and engage them. Obviously, unfortunately, Silver has lost this top point here. He's bringing in a lot of reinforcements, though, so has a good chance of taking it back. I'm hoping this Eyehawk engages these for the sake of Silver. No offense to Meddi, of course. Not particularly rooting for anyone to win. But I suppose in this situation, Silver would be the underdog, so I should support the underdog. But everything looking very red now. But Silver has put up an incredible fight this game and played so well. Just kind of eventually collapsed at the top. But the Chopper play earlier on, fantastic. Really, really held off Meddi for a long time. Aeromobiles have got past. I don't know if they were spotted or not. The Aeromobiles here anyway, about to be dropped off to kill that CV. Silver probably a little bit overwhelmed now, having to defend here, and defend here at the same time. Command has been killed, +5 to Meddi, now +8. I think Meddi has got this one in the bag. AT jet coming in, probably going for that Abrams in the middle there, because that Milan is out of firepower. Another Abrams being called in for the middle as well. Really good job here by Silver. He is managing to try and take this point back. Is this thing going to escape? No, it got killed by the IHawk down here again. Positioning. Really good. Jaeger coming in here. Are they supposed to be going to the front line? Are they staying here? Now, you see, the problem is that Silver is having to reinforce the back line and can't then hold the front line. And while he's busy reinforcing or trying to retake these points, Meddi will push the front points, namely Alpha. He is sending these Jaeger all the way up. He has recapped this. So well done to him. +6 currently to Meddi. +3 now. Silver has managed to push here. Oh, wow, Silver. Well done. He's managed to get the Jaeger Aufkall out, and he is going to kill them. He is killing the command down here from Meddi. Oh, Silver, that is absolutely outstanding. While trying to reinforce and defend your backline, you have managed to push Meddi out of the front line as well. I mean, Meddi obviously spent quite a bit on the Aeromobiles and the choppers that they come in with, so yeah, well ahead in points for Meddi now. It would have to be a very good pushback from Silver to cap multiple points in the next 10 minutes to have a chance of pulling it back from the point side. Supply coming in here. They're going to be engaged by the Aeromobiles that have taken this point. I'm not sure if Silver... I mean, Silver must know that he's lost this point. He must know that there's units in there. But well done, Silver, for taking back this point the way you have. You should be absolutely delighted. What a game. I genuinely thought that we'd had this shift where Meddi was just going to storm through everywhere, but look at Silver. Back to that never give up, never surrender from the last match. He is fighting back, and he is fighting back hard. Shem battles supply, but it is what it is. He wants supply for these guys at the front, obviously. Oh, Pui Jaeger. Got massacred by the Bofors. Still +3 to Meddi. Can Silver pull this back? Can he call victory from the jaws of defeat? Still lots of jets from Meddi. He's lost a lot this game, but he seems to just have more and more. Now these guys are out. No, they're not out of missiles. Wonder why they didn't engage. Scout coming across, they're being engaged by the Bofors. Gazelle cannons coming in. Lots more infantry coming in there. The command's being killed in here again, I assume, by the Gav Clara. That's a shame. That's a shame. Still +6 to Meddi. I don't know what Silver can pull out of the bag now. He's got plenty of units still on the field, but it's whether he has commands to cap those back points. And obviously, calling in a command is expensive when you're trying to fight back. And obviously, the longer the game goes on, the less units you have of particular types, so you're calling in units that you maybe don't really want to call in. And it does right now feel like Meddi still has a bit more on the field. He's also got stuff still behind the front lines. These Cobras coming in, I assume, intending to try and take out these Aeromobiles. Oh, and there's a surrender. Commiseration, Silver. Still, look at the kills to losses and how close it was in that game again. He's giving you a run for your money, Meddi, definitely. Really well played to both players. Really impressed by Meddi's pushback. Sort of, there was that turning point. And then Silver still managed to push Meddi out of that bottom point. That was a really exciting game. I mean, there was a part of me that was thinking, is Silver going to push this back now? Is Meddi going to be in trouble? And I mean, that was tight on those kills to losses. I mean, that's like 500 and a bit in it. Really well played, guys. Really, really enjoyed that game. I would really look forward to seeing more games between you two, because that was, I don't know, more of an even matchup than some games, and that was just some really good back and forth. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. We will have more Warno coming up, and we'll be doing some more regiments this week too.